What's good, guys? This is your boy Blacklining 4547. Today we're gonna be going over Wheelock devices that I got. And so let's go ahead and begin. So let's go ahead and first start off, I guess, with the Wheelock NS-24MCW. Now I do have a NS, but it's an NS4. It's a rare 4-wire version. This is the more common 2-wire multi-candela version. You know, it's a red wall mount device, syncable strobe, obviously. You know, code 3 and continuous horn. You got your fire lettering on the sides. You got your Wheelock logo right there. You flip on the back. C2 terminals. You got NS-24MCW. You got your candela switch right there. So you got 15, 30, 75, and 110. We gotta keep on 15 candela, so it doesn't draw a lot of current on and put a lot of strain on my 20-volt lithium drill battery. But yeah, as you can see, it works on filter DC as well as FWR, 24 volts DC and FWR. Looks like it's made from 2004. Or is that the day and then the year? So it's the 20th day of 2004, I guess. And so yeah, there's nothing much. So let's take off the cover so you guys can see how it mounts and stuff. That's where also where you find your jumpers for your coding as well as your volume. You guys are piezo right there. As you can see, it's set on low volume code 3, and that's how you mount it. There's some mounting holes where you put your screws through. And yeah, you got your horn, and that's basically much it. Cover back up when you're done installing, and then simple as that. Now, these two, we have Wheelock Exceeder strobes, ceiling mount strobes. And so let's go ahead and break them down. First, we have to take off or take out the screw that holds on to the mounting bracket. I do have a Wheelock Exceeder HSR, it's the wall mount version, horn strobe as well. And so this is how it works. Once you unscrewed it, you gotta push it down, and then it will slide right off. Unless if we gotta push it down. Hold on, give me a second. Oh yeah, I probably didn't unscrew it all the way. See, I told myself not to do this. I don't know why I didn't. Just leave it alone. Push that back. Alright, and it pops. And there you go. So, now we got the back end alarm. This is what it looks like. So you got your candela selector right there, if it will focus. So it goes from 15 all the way to 177 candela. That's very bright. The 15 candela option is able to run on 12 volts, while the rest require 24 volts. As you can see, it has, you know, the markings for the switch, but obviously there's no switch. This is the strobe only version. So we got the STC. It's regulated 24 volts DC and FWR. You got all your candela selections right there. And yeah, that's just about it. Looks like it was made the 7th day of 2017, if I'm not mistaken. And then, oh yeah, there's that flash rate, 1.025 hertz, which is typical for synchronized strobes. Maybe even faster, depends on the synchronization protocol, actually. I kind of like the design of the Exceeder ceiling mounts. It looks different for sure. This one's a little bit scuffed up. This one looks in a lot better condition. But we're not going to get really into it with that one since it's the same thing. So, but yeah. So let's go over the mounting bracket. It has 3 terminals, 4 positive in and then out, and then negative in and out on the same terminal. And yeah, it's a little plastic joint. I will say I'm not very typical for modern fire alarms, but this of course feels cheap with the plastic. As you guys know, I don't really rock with all that plastic stuff. I prefer the older vintage alarms with the, fully metal, you know what I'm saying? But it works for sure. It will definitely outlast. So let's go ahead and put the bracket back in. You gotta push it in, and then you have to slide it back up there, and then we're good. You know what I'm saying? Freaking bit keeps falling out the screwdriver. It's kind of somewhat broken, but it's whatever. We can screw that back in. And yeah. So other than that, we have also a Wheelock DSM-1224 dual sync module. Can I get this lighting right though? Let me get that lighting though. All right, there we go. That's what the front looks like. Very plain. Except has the looks like there was 2 DSMs on the system, but yeah, it's a sync module. You got your 2 outputs for the NAC and also input. This is where your input for the panel goes in, and then the positive outs have their own separate terminal, but the as well as the positive ends, but the minuses are shared with the negative of the NAC circuit that goes to the alarms. And yeah, audible, as you can see, it says audible negative, and this one's positive. That's what enables your horns to go off. And so, yeah, it's pretty much the same concept of the MDO, but obviously it's Wheelock and it works with Wheelock alarms. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and give these things a test. It will focus. First, let me throw in this wire that controls the horn. So, if you have epilepsy, do not watch, even though they're going to be all in sync. All the strobes are all set on 15 candela. That's set on code 3 low volume. And let's go. You can really hear that DSM. Now let's take that wire out. And as you can see, the NS is silenced, but all the strobes are still flashing. Very mechanical sync module, but it works. Very cool. And let's go ahead and reset the pull station. Put the switch down. Pop it back up. Pop the handle back up since it doesn't have a spring. And there we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed my Wheelock NS-24MCW and my Wheelock Exceeder STCs and my Wheelock DSM-1224. I'm Black Lightning, and peace out.